Actually, I shouldn't be that loud. Hopefully, nobody kind of joins in here. It wouldn't be that big of a problem, but let's see. I want to make sure that I am live here. Okay, we are. Cool. What's going on, guys? It is the TDG2000 here, and we are back with some more Cold War content. Now, this video took a while for me because one of the intels was glitched. You know, stuff kind of happens, and then they just kind of wait for the next patch to roll out, and then it usually, the kinks kind of work itself out. But there was one Omega intel. It was a radio transmission that was glitched. I think this happened in one of the seasons as well. So I just didn't want to do like a video and then have like, oh, this is also supposed to be for season 3. Um, so I'm at a great grace period right now. There's 4 hours left of season 3. It's basically everything UI has changed. I have a weird wood skin on, which I don't know if I like that much. I think I might keep the other one, but I just threw it on because I liked it. Um, or I, because it was new, because I literally just hit the battle pass. Because I think you got that at level 100, it said, or something. I don't know. Either way, let's go back to our intel here. Season 4 is upon us, so let's go ahead and get right into our Season 3 Reloaded. I can't remember how much there actually is, the exact number, but there was at least a total of 91 intel in Season 3, combined with the first batch of intel with 3 and Reloaded. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. First up, we got our declassified. Let me go ahead and get into my notes here. So we're looking for 1984 0903. So 0903. Okay, so 0903 was the last one that we read in Season 3. So let's go ahead and read up on our next event on the 29th. Subject appears calmer in recent days. Certainly, the violent outbursts displayed towards medical staff have abated since the arrival of the canine companion. It is imperative that the subject feels that she has some degree of freedom and autonomy, even if such benefits are occurring only under covert suspicion or supervision. Concerns still remain regarding the subject's honestly relating her experiences within the dark ether. It remains unclear which memories are being repressed versus which are being withheld. And I believe these two are for season 4, I believe. So those will be for next time. If I'm wrong, then fuck. But I'm pretty sure that those are. I should have written these down, but I didn't get these down. These are usually like inside of the intel anyway, so literally every single one that I've read of these end up appearing somehow in some way in one of the intels anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I believe that those two are just the ones that I should be looking at for that one. So then we got 29. Or sorry, 29 and then 10. Oh yeah, well that would make sense because 29 and 10, there's usually two of them. So yeah, these are the two that we have to read. Sorry, I can't remember that far back. It's been a while, especially since these videos are usually supposed to come out as soon as I get them done, and I've had all the intels for a while. I've just been waiting for the broken one. Either way, 1984 1010. I'm of two minds on Zykov. First, he's telling the truth. If that's the case, he represents an asset we cannot possibly ignore. The breadth of knowledge we would possess on the dark ether and the threat it possesses has no comparison. Alternatively, he's lying. We've seen what this dimension does to people trapped in there for days. Hell, we've seen what happens after a few hours. You think he walks out of there after 40 years clean as a whistle? Not a chance in hell. Right now, we need to hunker down and listen to what he has to say. It's our best and only option at this junction. Okay. So first up is going to be Requiem as always. We're going to get into our audio logs, and the last one was called Doubts, and I believe I accidentally ticked some of the greens, but a lot of the green orbs are there. But I do have it on my um, I did like go back in my video and just made sure that I looked through and saw which ones because these reloaded videos, it doesn't tell you, it just says Outbreak. If it was like a reloaded map, like how Season 4 Reloaded is probably going to be all Mauer der Toten, that video is going to be easy because then I don't have to look at anything and I just look at, oh, it's Outbreak, or oh, this is Firebase Z, or like how this was also Outbreak, like, okay, you get the point. Either way, Death Squads. Carver shares his thoughts on the undead hordes hunting Requiem personnel in the Ural Mountains outbreak zone.
Well, a whole lot's been going right for us in the OZ. Field Ops is reporting an increase in dark ether assaults on our strike teams and security patrols. It's almost as if the infected are changing up their tactics. They're starting to ambush our people with heavily armed undead hordes. Well, maybe horde isn't quite the right word. That implies a lack of organization, but the reports I'm seeing refer to specific combinations of enemies. Foot soldiers supporting elites, working together in a coordinated fashion. This all started happening after we took down a few of their high-value targets. I can't help but think they've realized that we're going after their top brass, and now they're out for payback. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overestimating their brain power. I mean, even ants will pull together to defend their queen. But what if I'm right? What if these hordes really are organized death squads? Our little war with the Dark Ether may have just entered a whole new phase. Fuck.
Nice. Next up is going to be Eyes Only. Carver saw something he shouldn't have, and it seems to confirm his worst fears. Also, that Death Squads. If you have not looked at the Season 3 broadcast, I at least suggest you watch the Zombies portion. But, man, what they're talking about with Mauer der Toten just seems exciting. I'm so excited for the next map. I'm excited for all the content. I'm going to have to do the Easter egg 3 times, and I'm excited. I hope the Easter egg's fun. And also, soon, well, tomorrow, the Outbreak Easter egg comes out, so I will have a solo playthrough as soon as I can. But let's go ahead and get it right into this intel.
Okay, Mac, okay. Just gotta take a breath now and shake off these jitters. Think it through. Fact. Dark Ether hostiles come in different classes, different threat levels. It's why we're calling some specials, some elites, and some Apex level. Fact. We've seen them work together, attacking us with a mix of offensive capabilities. Reminds me of how we outfit platoons with a range of weapons. Riflemen, snipers, heavy gunners. The others roll their eyes when I point this out, but I know a tactical unit when I see one. And then there's what I saw today while I was waiting in the director's office. It was right there on his desk, face up in his inbox, straight from the DNI. Eyes only. You don't just leave that kind of document lying around. Was he testing me? Anyhow, the memo confirms what I've been trying to warn them about. They know there's a top dog on the other side, some kind of entity in charge of the rest. So why aren't we talking about that? Why aren't we making plans to take that damn thing out? Gonna have to play this cool. Act like I didn't see nothing. But I sure as hell did.
Bro. Hell yeah, dude. I kind of like Carver, honestly. I think Carver's a smart man. He's definitely understanding. Because for sure there is somebody behind all of this. And that's what I was saying. I'm so excited for Mauer der Toten because they said that everything and everybody is going to clash. And, oh, I'm so excited. Either ways. Operation Balder? From Requiem's archives, a recording of Project Endstation director Vogel, in which he believes he has saved the Reich from defeat. By the way, obviously, all of these intels are from Outbreak. Just want to point that out. If anybody's just listening and not looking at the screen, because there's no reason to. If you listen or yeah, sorry. Okay, there's no reason to if I'm speaking or you're listening. All right, restart.
Rick Vogel, Director of Project M Station, 29th of January, 1945. Well, it is finally done. 2 days ago, we bid farewell to those sent here by the Führer to carry out Operation Boulder. Godspeed, heroes of the Reich. Unfortunately, the strain proved too much for the cyclotron. Several seals blew on the cooling unit, and radioactive steam contaminated the station. I ordered an evacuation. The entire staff is gone now, on their way to join our forces in retreat. But with the Red Army advancing, I can only hope they got away in time. As for me, I have chosen to remain in the Monitor's equipment. I must confirm Task Force Boulder is in position. Everything now rides on their success. I have no illusions about my chances here. This is Soviet territory now, and when they find me, they will surely kill me. But, in a sense, they are already too late. I, alone, have secured the future of our nation.
It has been a long time, Weaver.
Ravenov, you've got some balls using the Slion after what you and Sam did.
We did the right thing. You may not say it out loud, but I know, in your heart, you agree.
If you have intelligence, you contact me, Ravenov. Maxis is not CIA. She can't help you.
And yet, we achieved what you could not. Descent and division within Omega itself.
What are you talking about?
The fallout from Operatia Inversia in Omega. People are talking. Staff are scared. Concerned about the KGB's direction. Some believe they have gone too far. I have been contacted by a group of Omega scientists. They wish to defect.
Great. They know where the embassy is in Moscow.
Don't be a Murdoch, Weaver. These are good people. They defect not out of hatred, but out of passion. They seek to right Omega's wrongs. These scientists report directly to Valentina and Peck. We both know what that would mean for Requiem. The embassy is a death sentence. You know this. We may as well deliver them straight to Gulag.
Okay. Okay. Let me run it upstairs. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Ravenov, don't ever call me on Sam's line again. Ravenov, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What news from upstairs?
We have a Green light.
Хорошо, Налости. Good news, indeed. I knew you would see things my way.
Here's the deal. First, I need names, ranks, ages, breakdowns on all the defectors and their roles.
You will have it. Next.
Next, the scientists have to travel to the Ural Mountains. We'll use my strike team for evac while they're in the OZ.
It will be done. When the scientists are in position, I will contact you to provide extraction.
One more thing. We do this. We do it my way. You work with me. No more of this behind my back bullshit. Understood?
Da, Weaver. You are the boss.
Damn straight.
Хорошо, comrade. That is the spirit. I will be in touch when the time is right.
Wow, I didn't unmute. Sorry guys. I'm an idiot. My controller died and I didn't unmute. I'll just stay not muted so I don't do that again. Investigation request. Or obviously rec room documents, blah blah blah. Oh, I think was I really muted when I was saying that this whole thing was gonna be a part of this new Easter egg that's coming out, Outbreak? I don't know, man. I hate myself sometimes. Either way, the next up, the last one was the ECM blueprints. So the first up for Season 3 Reloaded is investigation request. An official request from Strauss to the director for an investigation into the fate of missing Axis scientists captured by the Soviets. Memorandum for the director. From Strauss. Subject: missing Axis scientists. As you know, I am not a sentimental man, but lately I find myself thinking about the waning days of World War II and how I made it my business to surrender to American forces. The alternative capture by the Red Army, was too terrible to contemplate. Happily, I ended up among the Axis scholars and scientists brought here by Operation Paperclip. Not everyone shared my good fortune. I cannot help but wonder about all my former colleagues presumed captured and killed by the Soviets. With no definite record of their fate, the possibility remains that even now they toil in Soviet laboratories, representing a real and present danger that must be quantified. If our side got moon landings, ICBMs, and Ethereum weapons from Paperclip scientists, what might the USSR be extracting from their Axis scholars? Specifically, what became of those who oversaw Germany's Wunderwaffen programs? Is that gonna be, is the Wunderwaffen gonna come back? The Wunderwaffel? That might be our next, who knows, that might be our next shits. Can you really not see that? Wait. That's weird. So, yeah, where were we at? I personally knew scientists developing the Sonnengewehr orbital solar weapon, the Hunibo flying saucer aircraft, and the anti-gravity generator known as Die Glock all went missing in 1945, as did their immediate families. I picture them working for a mega group now, their loved ones held hostage. I also wonder about German expeditions to find even more exotic weapons and sources of power. The SS oh my god unit scored the globe for the likes of Thor's hammer, the Holy Grail, and Atlantis itself. Fantastical, yes. But what if the scholars they forced to help them exactly But what if the scholars they forced to help them actually found something usable? Most of all, I wonder about Dr. Ulrich Vogel, my supervisor at Project Endstation. In a sense, he started out our war against the Dark Ether, but what became of him, not to mention his wife and daughter? I therefore formally request the allocation of Requiem and CIA resources to officially investigate and verify the fate of these former Axis scientists and research experts. If they're still alive and represent a threat, we must know and prepare for it. I look forward to your reply. Oscar Strauss, Lead Energy Research. And it was denied. Scheisse. I know I shouldn't have mentioned Atlantis. Zykov assessment. Weaver, Gray, Strauss, and Carver offer their observations on their newly revealed ally on the other side. Sergeant Kazimir Zykov. Summary and assessment. 10 October 1984. Summary. Kazimir Zykov was a mechanic in the Soviet First Guards Tank Army. In February 1945, when the Soviets discovered Project Endstation, Sergeant Zykov was ordered to deactivate the particle accelerator. He was sealed inside and presumed dead. That changed last month when he identified himself to Requiem Strike Team as the individual communicating through the Dark Ether's computer device. As requested, Requiem's senior staff have provided statements and recommendations on how to proceed with future Zykov interactions. S.O.O. Weaver. Or is that a... I don't know what S.O.O. means. Fuck. We have confirmed Sergeant Zykov is the same individual who spoke to our team at Project Endstation and Outpost 25. If Dr. Gray's theory is correct, which I suspect it is, then Zykov's role in my team's survival has been critical. As to his motives, I am less certain and have concerns. I have recommended my team continue communications, but to exercise caution and report all contacts. Dr. Gray. Wherever our strike team deploys, they encounter numerous machines, crafting stations, and utility crates that have facilitated their survival. Beverages and psychological altering effects, a kiln of sorts that fortifies their weapons' integrity, and a computer that awards prizes. All evidence points to Zykov as our mysterious benefactor. It seems he does wish to help us, but to what end remains the question. We need to identify his intentions. Dr. Strauss, I would strongly urge we tread carefully. Let us assume he is Zykov. That would mean, due to temporal dilation, he has spent an incalculable amount of time in the Dark Ether. As a result, his exposure to Ethereum would be greater than any other living human. From a research perspective, the opportunity to study such an individual is indeed tantalizing. What could be learned about how the human body interacts with Ethereum would be unprecedented. My only concern is how do we know it is even Zykov at all? Major Carver. I'm of two minds on Zykov. First, he's telling the truth. If that's the case, he represents an asset we cannot possibly ignore. The breadth of knowledge he would possess on the Dark Ether and the threat it poses has no comparison. Alternatively, he's lying. We've seen what this dimension does to people trapped in there for days. Hell, we've seen what happens after a few hours. You think he walks out of there after 40 years clean as a whistle? Not a chance in hell. Right now, we need to hunker down and listen to what he has to say. It's our best and only option at this juncture. And see, that was one of the declassified logs, so that's cool. Next up is Power Nodes Report. Containment and Security Divisions report on the huge Ethereum crystal power nodes slowly altering the environment. Ethereum Processors Summary Report 06 October 1984. 1. Definition: Ethereum processors, also known as dark ether crystal power nodes or dimensional power nodes, are crystalline structures that generate concentrated levels of Ethereum, terraforming a landscape to emulate the biomes of the dark ether. 2. Formation: Ethereum processors are seeded by the dark ether species classified as Tempest. The Tempest removes a crystal shard from itself and plants it at a location ripe with dimensional fertility. A dark ether tear is then opened, where primordial Ethereum provides the sustenance needed to mature the crystal to its proper size. Once it has reached maturity, an ethereal beam is projected from the dark ether to provide a power boost. 3. Process. Using the power from the energy beam, the crystal begins to release Ethereum particles into the air, beginning the terraforming process. 4. Purpose. Samples taken from these regions show remarkable similarities to their more volatile areas of the dark ether, supporting the hypothesis that its purpose is to transform the biome to match that of the other reality. 5. Effect. Requiem teams have reported blurred vision, hallucinations, nausea, headaches, and impaired movement when in the vicinity of Ethereum processors. This is unsurprising given that the air they're breathing is no longer purely oxygen. 6. Impact. In smaller numbers, the Ethereum processors can be dealt with easily by an efficient Requiem strike team. However, if outbreak zones... Why is that being glitched? However, if outbreak zones continue to manifest around the globe and more Ethereum processors appear, we are looking at a potentially global terraforming event that will permanently transform the planet. Also, sorry I'm stuttering so much. It's literally because I'm kind of tired. And yeah, that's literally it. And we got J Cipher. Recovered Requiem Cipher. Decryption is required. And there's just a whole bunch of words, but there is a message here. For your eyes only. Am I crystal clear? I kind of want to see what this J Cipher is. So this is the J Cipher. Okay. Crystal clear is the key, I guess. The cipher type is a Porta, and it was solved by Scott OAC. And it says, Elizabeth, there is a new directive coming, and I wanted you to hear it from me first. Perhaps it will help spare you the initial shock when you are informed in person. There is a new project in development that will require a great deal of our Ethereum reserves. Unfortunately, this means that some of our research will be put on hold indefinitely. You are not the only one affected by this. I have been informed that half of all future Ethereum harvests recovered from my extraction rockets will also be diverted to this project. Now I want you to leave with a question. Be very careful who you mention this to. What do you know about Project Yanis? Okay. That's interesting. I kind of wish I would have, like, read the other ones as well. Is there another cipher that I can see, maybe? Oh, well, there's gonna be that cipher, I guess. Okay, well, then there should be like a Firebase Z one. Yeah, so the R cipher. Oh, is there any ciphers in this one? Okay, let's see. Let's just go through them all real quick, okay? Because screw it. So D Machine has 4 of them. V Cipher 1. Cipher type Enigma M3, Reflector UKWB, Rotor 627, Position PFJ, Ring GRA, Plugboard UBRT FOVN QE JP AG LY, Solby, Dying Nova, and T Gaza. Oh my god, a lot of people. Whole lot of people. A lot of people solved it. Recovered project end station cipher decryption is required. So this is what it says. Inform the Chancellor that preparations have been made to open the third front. End station is ready to receive the package as soon as it can be assembled and transported. We are honored to facilitate Reichstag's plan? V. So this is from Valentina. So this is Valentina's cipher, I guess. Another one as well that we just didn't get to. V cipher number 2, cipher type ADFGX. Transposition key, HIMAT. Alphabet, long as fuck. Sub by some cool dudes. And this is what it says. It's in German. A Breeze on weiter Schwissefall allwert stabil Ungfund in Germania wie Brespochen was jetzt auch passiert, der Sieg ist uns gewiss. From V. I think I sounded that out right, but the translation is, I want to say that out because I kind of know German a little bit. Departure without further incident. All value stable. Arrival in Germania. As discussed, whatever happens now, victory is certain for us. So that is that one. And then there was more on... So we got the K and G cipher. First up is the K one. Name, K cipher. Cipher type, Beaufort. Key, outbreak. Ooh, okay, so that was maybe a little bit of a key. Like kind of teasing something there. Attention K. Initial survey of Ural site verifies it is by far the largest incursion zone yet recorded. We must assume Requiem will detect it via satellite and deploy fire teams regardless of sovereign borders. Recommend continuing operations while monitoring Requiem communications. With your support, I will ensure any new gains remain in Soviet's hands. Oh shit. So that's crazy. Like, that's actually pretty wild that they were talking about outbreak before then. I think I probably saw something about that. I probably saw a video, and I kind of wish I would have read these out before, but we'll stick to it now. I don't know, I guess it was just laziness before, but I don't know, the story's kind of kicking up, so I'm excited. So the next cipher here is the G cipher, and that text is small as fuck. G cipher. Cipher type Hill 3x3. Key 7, 16, 1, 18, 1, 2, 1803. Solved by Rich Killer. Attention K. P confirms viability of development. Opportunity identified in previous communic. Selected site is approved for a trial run of Operatia Inversia. Holy wow. The nature of warfare is about to transform. Any mission, anytime, any place. G. Wow, they were talking about Outbreak Easter egg all the way back in the preseason? Holy shit. Well, that's cool. So next up, yeah, Firebase Z. We have, what, 3 of them? It's going to be our last 3. The C cipher. Name C cipher. Cipher type nihilist. Alphabet long as fuck. Key is verdict. Rich Killer, Cold Stone Gamer. Let's go. G. I'm having reservations, second thoughts, something in my gut. Something doesn't feel right. I've worked with the CIA for a long time. You longer. When I requested transfer to Requiem, I thought I knew what I was getting myself into. I know this dog and pony show the smoke and mirrors, but something feels different. Sorry, this is coming via an encrypted message, but I'm just not sure who I can trust these days. I keep noticing discrepancies, minor deviations from our stated mission. Sure, there's nuisances to any black op. We both know that all too well, but I can't shake the feeling that there's a hidden agenda at play. And what about our director? What's his goal? Come to think of it, do you know his name? Ever remember seeing it on a dossier or overheard in conversation? I couldn't tell you. I got close to him once, or who I think was him, not sure. And you know what I heard? I heard him speaking Russian, so I ask you, what the hell is going on here? C. Ooh, that's interesting. And that was in Firebase Z. G and C. I wonder, maybe Gregory Weaver, but who's C then? I don't know, especially in Requiem. So yeah, let's go ahead and go to the last 2. The Mimic. Alright. P cipher. Name P cipher. Cipher type. Polybius square 5x5 grid. Grid long as fuck. Solved by Rich Killer. Omega Ops continue in Ural Mountains. Special Operations Unit in the area encountered hostiles unlike those recorded in other incursion zones. Entire squad lost interacting with a shifting energy barrier inside zone. For now, avoid the phase. Alright, oops. And then there is the G cipher. Name G cipher. Cipher type rail fence. Rails 5 offset 0 by Rich Killer and Scott OAC. K. It seems our little side investment is beginning to pay dividends. Our infiltration has occurred right under their noses. I am told the Maxis Communique is just a waste of what we can expect going forward. Requiem has no clue a member of their senior staff is compromised. Huh. Okay. And then yeah, that is all of the ciphers that are in the game at the moment. And then I did read. Wait, I did read this one, correct? Fuck. Yeah, I did. And I did read the R cipher, right? Or no, R cipher's coming up. R cipher's coming up, so I need to keep this tab open. So yeah, next up is some radio transmissions. Let's see. Fish out of water was the last one, so we only get one more. Commander-in-Chief. Carver asked the strike team to help him determine who is calling the shots on the other side.
Carver here. If there's one thing I've learned from Operation Threshold, is that you know how to take down the biggest and baddest the Dark Ether has to offer. And hunting those HVTs has yielded good information for the lab coats and number crunchers. But my mind's been on the big open question hanging over it all. If these SOBs do have a pecking order, and there's any rhyme or reason to their attacks, then that's want you to help me find out, Strike Team. My fellow experts over here don't want to hear it when I tell them these things operate like an army. What I haven't told them about yet is the document I saw on the director's desk. The folks above my pay grade know there's gotta be a hierarchy. They're just not ready to call it out yet. So find me something they can't ignore. Some intel, some evidence. Help me figure out who's in charge on the other side. And then we'll paint a big, fat target on them.
Nice. Pretty sure it's gonna be Dr. Monty. Alright, so we got some new artifacts, I believe, as well. The Requiem patch was the last one. First up, we got the Ether Shroud canister. Looking really freaking spicy over here. Look at that Ether Shroud. Looks freaking sick. Ether Shroud canister, one of several interchangeable canisters for the wand weapon. Manipulates Ethereum to temporarily phase the user into the dark ether, rendering them invisible to the infected. Transformed Apple Crate. Believe it or not, this was once one of Gray's test monkeys. Interesting. Just a crate of apples, huh? Fuck those apples. Get out of there. Beacon device component. This is a part for the Easter egg, actually, just FYI. This is what you get after completing the first step, doing the radios on round 3 or past. If you start on round 3, then obviously you go to step 2, but you can start on round 3 and do it anytime after if you don't start on round 3, so on and so forth. Beacon device component, the topmost component of a destroyed beacon device. Believed to be the critical component that allows the strike team to travel between regions in the Ural Mountains. Oh wait, maybe it's not? Oh wait, no, never mind, I'm capping. I think. I'm pretty sure I'm capping. Because I think those artifacts are going to be for Maxis. I don't know. Fuck me, right? Either way. Next up is Omega. I'm pretty sure this is one that I just picked up on the map. I'm pretty sure, so forget what I said about the Easter egg. Also, see, like, stuff like that, I get there's no green here. There was no green there. I would have gotten fucked. Last one was his plan, our plan. Oh, so there was no radios? So there's no audio logs for Requiem then. Or for Omega. That's probably why there was none. The last document was Valentina's diary entry. So the first one is the Operatia Inversia proposal. Valentina's original pitch for Operatia Inversia, detailing her plan to create targeted dimensional breaches. This may be of interest to your Requiem friends. That's probably Ravenov. RE. Operatia Inversia. Author Dr. Alexandra Valentina. Background 16 August 1983. Operation Undertaker is given formal approval to be carried out by Special Operations Group Omega. Begin Phase 1. 1 November. Operation Undertaker is completed under the orders of Dr. Alexandria Valentina. Outbreak zones begin to open around the world. At this point, there is no way to control where or when a dimensional breach can occur. Phase 1 is complete. 9 November. Approval is given for Operation Inversion to be carried out by Special Operations Group Omega. Begin Phase 2. 11 November. Construction begins on Outpost 25 in Vietnam. The facility is overseen by Dr. William Peck and is used to conduct Omega's first attempt to create their own portal to the Dark Ether. 8 January 1984. Dr. William Peck and Dr. Dmitry Kukle open a dimensional portal to the Dark Ether. It's the first successful controlled breach. 14 March. 5 additional test sites are open. 4 of these sites successfully create their own breaches. Special Operations Group Omega can now control where and when a dimensional breach will occur with nearly 70% accuracy. Phase 2 is complete. 2 April. Work begins on weaponizing the process. A missile battery in the Ural Mountains is identified as a candidate. Begin Phase 3. 11 May. Canvassing for potential targets is complete. Mission status Phase 3. Given Special Operations Group Omega's ability to generate its own Dark Ether portals, it stands to reason that if weaponized, it would provide the USSR with a tactical advantage over the West. When an inversion warhead reaches its target, it can generate a dimensional breach as large as 500 meters, which in turn can create an outbreak zone measuring more than 800 kilometers. The committee has selected 2 targets, Washington, D.C. and Manhattan, New York. I am told the Colonel wishes to make a few modifications. I am eager to see what improvements he will make. Dr. Alexandra Valentina, Psychiatrics Research League, Omega Group. Next up is the Ethereum Warhead Blueprint, design schematic for PEC's Reality Inversion Missile Warhead. Reality Inversion Warhead. Psychotronics Research Omega, Exoscientific Phenomena, Omega. The Reality Inversion Warhead is designed to redacted. Its true purpose remains to target redacted. 14 July 1984, redacted. So nice. Look at that thing. Alright, next up is the R-Cipher. I guess I can't read off my TV screen, but I can read off my phone. So this is another Outbreak cipher. Name R-Cipher. Cipher type, 4 square. Keys, Strauss and Carver. Saw by Scotto AC. Colonel, this threat is real. The entity hides in the darkest depths of the dark ether. It is waiting for its moment to enter our world and to consume it as it has its own. That is why it seeks to manipulate us, because only we can let it in. Unless we can stop it will be our end. I will reach out later. Requiem will have noticed my absence by now. Okay. Interesting. Next up is the radio transmissions, and we only get the one. The last one was the Chasing Ghost. This one was the one that was glitched forever. So it better be good. Something is coming. Valentina confronts Peck about his use of the Dark Ether computer.
Honestly, I am surprised you thought this could be kept secret.
You act like I've done something wrong. All I did was talk to it.
And what is it? Who is it? This person on the computer. Speak up, Doctor. Are you loyal to Omega's cause or to yourself? Who are you speaking to?
He won't tell me his name. He just told me I need to prepare. He said something is coming. An army of some sort.
This army. What did he tell you of it?
He called it the greatest evil the world has ever known. He said he would help me if I helped bring him home. I don't know. Maybe I am losing it. I've been working too much. I can't sleep. Seeing things that aren't there. You should speak to him. Maybe it would make more sense to you.
No. I don't think that is necessary.
Because she's already speaking to him. Alright, next up we have some artifacts. The last one's Boost Modular Monitor. So next up is a Tempest Head. The severed head from the Dark Ether species known as Tempest. Look at this freaking thing. ICBM Launch Key. Outbreak. one of the reality inversion warhead launch keys. The fate of the world quite literally in your hand. So yeah, this was actually when you needed to get the 3 keys and launch the rockets so you can set them in the ocean. This is basically what the key was, but there was 3 of them obviously, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Modified essence trap. If you're trying to trap a monkey, you need the right bait. Modified essence trap. And there's a banana on an essence trap, and this is what you use to get one of the 3 keys in the A bunker to trap the monkey and grab its key. And that's going to do it for Omega. For audio logs, wait. Oh yeah, that's because she just didn't have any radio transmissions this time. So audio logs, I believe someone we can trust. Yeah, there's none there. Documents. So there was no documents in Season 3. So first up is Arrival. A note from Gray regarding Maxis' arrival at Requiem headquarters. Raptor 1 brought the subject to Requiem HQ for processing and debriefing. She was clearly shaken by her ordeal in the Dark Ether, but otherwise in good spirits. I'm looking forward to speaking to her in person, even if I am a bit nervous and intimidated. Maxis progress report. Requiem report noting the positive effect of Maxis' new companion. Agent Samantha Maxis progress report. 29 September 1984. Subject appears calmer in recent days. Certainly, the violent outbursts displayed towards medical staff have abated since the arrival of the canine companion. For obvious reasons related to the dog, walks around the grounds are now permitted twice daily. That said, it is imperative that the subject feels that she has some degree of freedom and autonomy, even if such benefits are occurring only under covert supervision. Concerns still remain regarding the subject's honesty relating her experiences within the Dark Ether. It remains unclear which memories are being repressed versus which are being withheld. I begun to struck up something of an informal friendship with the subject, one which I hope proves more fruitful than the more direct interviews with Requiem staff. Dr. Elizabeth Gray, lead unnatural scientist. Quarantine Diary 1. Max's first official diary. Entry recalls a traumatic moment for her and Weaver. Official Diary entry number 1. I'm writing it down, not because I don't know what happened, but so that others will. My name is Maxis, Samantha Maxis. I know you're reading this, Weaver, and I know you feel the same guilt I do about the boy. I promised I would keep him safe, but we both failed him. The last thing I expected was for you to move as quickly as you did. The operation should have never happened. If I had known the steps you would take, I would not have told you the location. The house was supposed to be safe. We both feel the guilt, but I will always blame myself more than you. Damn. I wonder if they're talking about Edward there, man. Quarantine Diary 2. Maxis lashes out at Weaver for keeping her in isolation. I'm not, diary entry number 2. I'm not disappointed. I'm just angry. After everything I've done, you still don't trust me? I've been damned before, and I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. Do you even remember when we first met? Sometimes I do, but other times it seems more like a dream. All I know for sure is that it was a war zone, one that I feared I'd never be able to escape. In some way, I'm glad you didn't clear me for field ops. Yes, I know it was you, because I don't ever want to go back. Really? Next up, we got some artifacts. Obviously, no radio transmissions at all during this season. The last one was Maxis' watch. So we got the beacon listening device. This is what I was talking about. This is the Easter egg part component that you need to place it on your beacon and respond to Maxis's call to be able to move on to step 2. Beacon listening device. Maxis's clever workaround to contact the strike team without Requiem listening in. And obviously, looks pretty freaking nice and sick. And then we got microfilm slides, used by Ravenov to convey reconnaissance photos and blueprints from Operation Inversia. So yeah, there's just the slides and everything that you need to pick up for step 2 and place them into the projector. And you don't have to listen to the quote, but you at least need to place these in there, and then you'll be sent to Ruka, where you'll go to the bunker and proceed with that. So next up is the Dark Ether audio logs. The only one that we have is Great and Terrible, a voice of encouragement from a very dark place. Yo, relax, man. Alright, so last one was day 7 for our documents. So first up is day 9. Zykov clings to the belief that his comrades will not abandon him. Day 9. I have had time to calm down, to think this through. If I succumb to my anger, then all will truly be lost. For now I am still alive. That must count for something. And even if Colonel Lazarev never thinks of me again, I did have friends in the 1st Guards Tank Army. My work kept them advancing, kept them fighting. Surely some of my comrades will come for me. They will not abandon me. I have to believe this. I must stay strong and have faith in my comrades. Day 11. Zykov accepts his fate. He will never go home. Day 11. My anger is gone. My hope? It is like the waning moon, still there but slowly fading. Instead, what I feel now is resignation, acceptance, defeat. I am trapped. No one is coming. I will never go home. I will never see my wife and child again. I am a lost soul. It is like I died and missed my own funeral. Pain is the only reminder that I am still alive. Wait. They're missing a freaking thing here. If the beasts of this land do not consume me, then my own grief will surely devour me. They're missing some subtitles here. Day 12. Zykov shakes off his self-pity and resolves to survive. Day 12. Enough. No more self-pity. That would honestly hasten my demise. While I may not have many options, the one thing I will not do is to make it easy for those creatures to claim me. Regardless of Lazarev's intentions, I did what I did for the Soviet Union, and the more I learn about this place, the more certain I am that my sacrifice saved the motherland. What happens now is up to me. Kazimir Zykov is no discarded pawn. Maybe help will come, maybe not, but for now, I will do what Russians do best: survive. You do that, man. Alright, so now we got the radio transmissions. The last one, I believe, was tethered. It was. First up is changes. Trying to stay current, Zykov has watched the world change from afar.
Oh, my friend. I am so happy to speak to you like this. For so long, I feared I would never again find a worthy ally. I also hope someday soon you can tell me about how the world has changed. I have caught glimpses now and then. Glass towers, cars everywhere, passenger planes filling the skies. I tried my best to stay current, especially when I crafted this machine, this computer. We did not have those during the war. But there have also been many changes over here since I arrived. And none of them good. That is why I had to contact you. To warn you. The threat at your doorstep is even greater than you know. We have much to do, you and I.
Okay. Next up is Junkyard. Also, Zykov is definitely going to be big in the story. Obviously, he was been in every single season. Basically, he was in the preseason, season 1, 2, 3. He's probably going to be in 4. So we got Junkyard. Zykov describes how he made the devices he sends to help the strike team. Oh, so so this is going to confirm that he is the one that's sending this help.
Sometimes I watch you salvage scraps and take them to the crafting table. I see you transform useless garbage into weapons, and you remind me of me. I have watched you for some time now. I spent countless days preparing to communicate even before my first message at the end station. That was a great moment. The culmination of years of work. Gathering parts, cobbling together the machines I sent to help inform you. To give you what you needed to survive. I suppose I should be thankful this place is filled with so many items from our world. It is a junkyard of the ages. Scraps from different places and eras litter this landscape. But even after all this time, I do not know how or why they got here. I only know they provided this old mechanic with just enough tools and materials to save my life. And possibly yours. But as you know by now, I was not the only one watching you. I was not the only one making plans.
I see. Well, we got Invasion. Zykov warns of an army gathering in the darkness.
The people you answer to. The ones giving you orders. Surely they are beginning to realize what you are up against. There is indeed an army gathering here in the darkness. They have waited even longer than I have to cross into our world. The invasion is at hand. It will happen
So Zykov is definitely cuckoo and the crazy, but he's also definitely looking out for us. Bring me home. Zykov reveals what he wants.
By now, your commanding officers are aware of me, yes? They must also be asking why I am helping you. What is Zykov, the survivor, hoping to gain from this? Americans. For them, everything is about gain. That much I know. I do not say this to be unkind. America was built on self-interest. It is the bedrock of human nature. My friend, what I hope for, first and foremost, is to save our world from the dark ether. If nothing else comes of this, my sacrifice will have been worth it. But I am not without self-interest. I am human, after all. And so I very much hope you will find a way to release me from this dismal prison. Help me escape. Bring me home.
Alright. And then we got our last few artifacts here to end it off. Our last one was the Dragon Trophy head. First up is Empty Quick Revive. An open can of Quick Revive, used by an operator who was tired of being dragged down and pulled to the ground. You need a little revive. I do like that they are putting these for Intel as well. It's really nice to see. 115 calories per dose. It's wild. 12 fluid ounces. Trench water, product of Russia. Chicken broth concentrate, adrenaline, ammonium salts, anchovy paste, feline urea, and that's actually a reference to Dempsey. He's like, oh, this tastes like cat piss or something like that. Yeah, so that's pretty funny. I didn't know that. You can get this if you're on PC, then you can kind of just rip the textures and just kind of see. And I mean, when you drink, you do drink from this can, so people have seen what it does say, and that is pretty funny. But it's nice to be able to actually look for it myself with my own eyes, without drinking it, or just cheating with a computer. Just get to see with Intel, so that's sick. Next up is Broken Essence Canister. A broken canister leaking raw essence. Warning, Ethereum exposure likely. Please report to Rec Room's decontamination lab immediately. And this is one of the canisters where you get the money. Money or points is called essence in this game. And in Outbreak, this is how you get. If the smaller ones, they're usually 100, but that one's, I think, one of the big boys with 500. Ethereum Crystal Chunks, an unprocessed Ethereum Crystal Chunk. Energy Research asks all chunks be delivered to the nearest Ethereum harvester for refinement. Just a few scraps of crystal. And that's going to be it, everybody. We have not a lot of intel this season. Only 9 for Requiem, 11 for Omega, 4 for Maxis, and 7 for the Dark Ether. As you can tell, I already got 3 for the Dark Ether, 1 for Maxis, 1 for Omega, 3 for Requiem. So I'm on my way up. There's 34 overall. Look at that. I'm excited to see what the end is going to be. I'm guessing they're probably going to have maybe like 6, 7, 8 seasons or something. I guess we'll see. But we have a lot more videos coming up. Obviously, Season 4 Intel, as well as more exclusive content. Let's see, what's our next map? Collateral, as well as Rush and Hijacked is coming. So we have more Outbreak maps to go over with Intel. We obviously have Season 4 Intel. We have the second Outbreak Easter egg, and then we have Mauer der Toten. There is a lot of content coming up. Hope you stay tuned. Also, first person, I did a kind of test run yesterday. I was killing it, but then I just didn't want to play anymore. Plus, I wasn't streaming. I was just trying to grind some points, and I just want to do a test run of first person, and I was killing it. So yeah, I'm excited for that. We'll definitely get the first person mode done on my channel. And yeah, just a lot more content to come, so I'm excited. Hope you guys enjoyed Season 3 Reloaded. Next up is Season 4. It's been about an hour and a half, and there's 3 hours left. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, lol, I'm gonna stay at 269. I'm not gonna play anymore. I was really close. Hope you guys enjoyed Season 3 Reloaded. Season 3 was fun. I will see you guys with more content with Season 4 coming soon, real soon. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button if you're new here, so you keep up to date with all the content. Oh, I actually got a comment. How did I not see that? Michael said why 39 minutes ago. I didn't even see that. Sorry, Michael. Either way, love you guys. Peace.